Keir Starmer is a politician who has never understood. Let me explain what I mean. I've been reading the book Get In by the Sunday Times journalists Patrick Maguire and Gabriel Pogrund, and it's about the whole process by which Keir Starmer first of all became leader of the Labour Party and then secured the role of Prime Minister. But what it makes clear is that Keir Starmer has never understood a number of key things about the job that he now does. And this is summarised for me most effectively in a quote on page 132 of that book. It's recorded that he said at about the time that he was sacking Jeremy Corbyn from the Labour Party that I don't have any ideology at all. There's no such thing as Starmerism, and there never will be. I will make decisions one after the other. That is what Starmer said he thought his role as Prime Minister was. He effectively said he's not a politician. After all, a politician without an ideology is not a politician at all. But worse than that means he's not a strategist. In other words, he hasn't got a high-level vision of what he's trying to achieve. And that's very clear from the comment that he made, because he said he's going to make one decision after another. That means he isn't even a policymaker, which is the person who's one below the strategist. The policymaker is the person who interprets the strategy for delivery. He's just a manager, and a pretty poor manager at that, because it's quite clear that not only is he not a strategist or a policymaker, he doesn't even understand the need for a strategy or a policy, and therefore as a manager, he simply reacts to events. There is nothing that he is trying to deliver. As evidence of a lack of understanding of the role of Prime Minister or the role of leader of a political party, something does not come much more dramatic than that. This is a man who's become the leader of a political party and Prime Minister without having the slightest notion of what either job requires of him. And as a consequence, he has, and we can see it, no plan, no conviction, no aims. He's just in power. And his only goal is to continue that power. And the only reason why he wants to continue in power is his own self-interest. And I think this point is quite critical, because he can't imagine anything else but the status quo in which we now operate. He wants to perpetuate where we are. No politician on earth should ever want to do that. The only reason for going into politics is to change things. The job of the civil service is to perpetuate things. The job of the politician is to tell the civil servant what needs to change. Starmer was a civil servant. He has the mindset of a civil servant. He has the delivery of a civil servant. He has, frankly, the style of a not very good civil servant, because he doesn't even understand what delivery means. This is not what we need at this point of time in the history of this country. We need a politician with vision. We need a politician who understands what the country needs. We need a politician who cares. We need a politician with a strategy, and we need a politician with a plan. Keir Starmer has none of those things. He doesn't even understand that he's missing them. And for that reason, the fact that he's a politician who has never understood the role means that he is quite possibly the most unsuitable person of all the politicians available in this country to lead it at this moment.